everybody draws a faction card. I do this thing now,
Yep.
right?
This is gonna be close, depending on what Kim can do for shenanigans.
I'll
Did
watch
you each
that.
get to be first player twice?
Yeah.
I only got to be it once.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
You get to pick one.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually spend all your resources that turn too?
Yeah.
Wow.
She is efficient.
Oh, I hate you, Kim. Really?
What did you grab? A watchtower?
Ooh, spend just one person to do that. And one of each to gain 3 victory points. That's not bad either. I'm going to take the gold mine though.
Alright. And then now flip again.
And I get to pick first. Yay me. I'm going to take the freebie. Kim.
Alright.
Production.
Production.
And Jeb is up first.
I am going to spend a wood in this house to build a geisha house. It is a production. I get 1 person for every pink person or pink place in my empire. I have 2, so I get 2 people. And when I build, each time I build a pink house, I gain a gold and a victory point. Here we go, Kim.
I need to think.
Should take out the geisha house.
Yeah. The samurai have to go somewhere to have fun, right?
Hey, keep it kid friendly, buddy.
Oh. I guess I'll just go to the sake distillery.
I'm gonna spend 2 wood so that I can build this watchtower, which gives me 2 cards.
I'm gonna shield this. I'm going to spend a wood and this foundation to build that.
I'm going to spend 2 swords to raise Kim's watchtower for 2 cards. That's what you made her do to me! Here we go.
Why don't you just throw it away?
You
don't,
can
because you
spend
can,
it
you
to
can
build
spend
that
it to
place.
build stuff on that
Oh,
side.
okay.
I hate you so much.
I have a question. If a card is 3 different colors, does it count as all of those colors?
Yes, it does.
So if you have bonuses...
Oh!
I'm just curious. I'm just asking a question. It's not like pick a color. It's
No,
all
it's all
of
of
them.
them.
Oh.
I wanted. This was get another victory point for raising, so I needed it to just go around once, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. And
Yeah.
fill my hand.
When I saw
was
that,
like,
I was
oh my
like,
gosh, Jeb, really? You had nothing better to do than cards at that particular point in time?
I'm so glad I need the cards.
Oh,
You know what I got from the cards?
I hope nothing.
It's me, right?
You ninjas!
It's me,
Doesn't.
right?
Well, I guess it helps you.
Yeah, it's here.
Wood.
It doesn't really do anything to me this turn. It helps you, but it doesn't do anything to
These
me.
and spend disguise so he goes bye-byes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna build this
Oh, the
lovely
3-color building. Oh.
trade colony. It's a red and a gray.
Yeah.
So I get what
Well, first you get the production, which is a person.
Yeah, get
and
the
a
person
gold.
and a gold.
Here you go.
And then your red gives you 2 victory points, right?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. And
And
then,
then
I
your
have to
gray?
choose between a victory point or a resource. So let me think about this. I'm a beer.
So lame. It's Haley reincarnated with the Roman.
I know. So, if you're watching, you can see that
I
at the
hope
beginning
they're
of the game, at the beginning of the game, the rounds kind of went a little quicker, but this last round probably is the longest one because everybody's trying to manage what they have as well as maximize the victory points they can get because this is the last turn. There's no more production after this. It's just going to be us doing the scoring phase, right?
And if I remember correctly, it's straight up victory points, and the tiebreaker is gold.
Really? I thought it was they compare the resources the people who tied have.
Maybe gold's the final tiebreaker then.
We will consult.
Well, Kim makes your thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking, sorry. I'm gonna go with the coin.
Ooh.
Oh, I was
Oh,
totally
I should
wrong.
defend
Must have
this.
been thinking of another game. Yeah, if you're curious, if it does end up in a tie, the player with the most workers and resources left is the winner. And if the players are still tied, the winner is the tied player with the most cards left in their hand.
I forgot I have another card that bonuses on my red.
Yeah.
So I get
she got a
another coin
victory.
and another victory point. And I'm going to save something with my little shield before I guess I'll just keep that.
So that one goes off anytime you do anything? Is that the one?
Anytime I build a red.
Okay, so that's
and
a
then
good
I
one
have
to
this other one
defend.
that builds a
Because
red.
anything, like the production, the gold one, is
Doesn't matter.
worthless to you now, right? Exactly. Alright, so since Jeb screwed me over, I'll just
Indirectly.
play my free one. Take a person. Yeah.
I will spend 2 apples to build this thing. Here we go, Kim.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 stone and a building this production card so that I can build my Roman fortress.
What?
Each time I build black, I gain 2 victory points. Did you guys know these are all worth 2?
Yeah.
2 victory points at the end.
Yeah. Miss, I've got an army of buildings over there.
Victory point in the person over there, huh? What's your action on it?
Spend a person and a sword to gain 3 victory points.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
I was hoping he didn't care about it.
What did I get?
A person and a victory point.
So I get a person and a victory point, and then 2 more victory points.
I'm going to spend a gold as a food and make a deal with Kim's thing here.
Person?
Yeah, to gain a person. And I get 2 victory points because I made a deal.
Oh, this is so hard.
In a lot of ways, like your samurai thing, unless the card's really irritating in person, there's really no reason to take you out.
Yeah.
It's only 1 victory point on everything, pretty much.
2.
Huh?
Oh, you mean like when you raise it? Yeah, you only get 1 victory point.
I mean, it denies you 2, and you
Yeah.
gain 1, so I mean, the net effect's pretty good, but
Raise a card from my hand to get a person and a wood. Yeah, I'm that person. Is this okay?
Yeah, this is the pile. Sorry, I just grabbed that.
spend 2 workers to get a card from my faction deck.
I will raise a card out of my hand, and it's a watchtower, so I get 2 cards.
This is intense stuff, Jeb.
Yikes.
Just a note, when Kim's first play of this, she looked like she was going to stab herself in the head. She was so bored. She likes it
I
now.
fell asleep.
Yeah, now because she's stabbing Jeb.
Alright, I'm gonna
No, she got it about like second round. She was like,
the
oh.
wood.
I think that happens with everyone though. And then your second game. So Kim had a really a slow first game. She comes in. This is her second time playing Imperial Settlers, and she's like dominating us now.
Yeah.
And it's black, so I gain 2 victory points.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
Whatever. Okay. I will 2 more people for another faction card.
I'm going to spend a wood, a stone, and a gold to build this little pink house. Yes. So, the camera shut off, and I wasn't paying attention because I was so focused in the zone. But we've turned it back on. We're not sure yet how much was lost, but at the current thing, it's Kim's turn. She is leading with 27 points. I'm in second for 21, and Mickey is at 17. So me and Mickey are neck and neck for
Last place.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna say that this is stone. And I'm gonna scrap this. So that I can build a gladiator school. And it's black, so I gain 2 victory points.
Oh my gosh. I will use this gold coin as a piece of wood to build that production that produces 2 pieces of wood.
I'm going to use this gold as a wood to build this farm, which gives me a person and a food. And I'm done with that. So here we go. Did you see the thing about shuffling the discard, Mickey?
Discarded faction cards can never be reshuffled.
That's what I just saw on here. That's not good because I was banking on these 2 cards.
That I killed! One of them.
Yeah.
That was nice of me.
How nice of you, Mickey.
I didn't realize. Oh, if you kill your cards, you can't get your victory points back. And I have a way to get more swords. You better samurai the crap out of those.
Tough. I guess I'll say that this is stone. What?
Wait, how are you?
2 people for a stone she's doing.
Oh,
My
okay.
default action.
Right, okay. I thought you were doing something with this
Okay.
time. Sorry.
No, I was just thinking.
Alright, I will go 2 people for a faction card.
I will spend a food to make a deal, and I get 2 victory points. 1, 2, and a stone. Here we go, Kim.
I'll use my stone. And is that how much crap you have left? Oh my gosh. Can I get rid of... Does that go away?
Yeah, if you're getting rid of the building.
Okay. This card. So I can build this, which gives me a coin.
No bonuses on yellow, do you?
And I know, it sucks.
Wow.
Okay. I will build that for 1 piece of wood, and it gives me two more people.
I will spend a food to make a deal. I get a sword and 2 victory points.
Kinda screwed.
If anything, you can turn those 2 people into a card.
But what would I build with the card? If I have no resources.
You could spend it as an...
You can hope that you get 1 for 1. Like, both of these were only 1 resource. Oh, and then you have the coin.
Or
I mean, it's
reason,
risky,
I
but...
don't know. Can you not gain points? Spend a person and a food to gain 2.
But then I'd have 1 random person
Yeah.
that I can't use. I'd like to
Well, there you go.
that.
Spend 1 person to gain 2 food, that's spend a person and...
Yeah, I
So
know,
you-
but I have leftover stuff. There's no reason to do that.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I thought fruit doesn't matter as a tiebreaker.
It's resources, and then the last tiebreaker's cards in hand.
Fine.
Really?
That's what you told me to do.
No, I said that's one of the options.
What did you think I was gonna do?
Oh, wait. I don't know what you were going to do. I know what I would do.
Why? What would you have done?
I would have pushed my luck and spent the 2 people on the thing,
On
on your
what
faction cards. Because aren't most of your faction cards...
What would I build? They all require buildings and all
These
these.
are buildings.
But I don't
and you
have
a
resources.
goal.
Only 1. All of
So
mine are
you're
like
hoping
3
to
or
get-
4
Oh, really?
resources.
All of mine have been 2, so...
I'll just do what you said.
That's not what I said. No, no, no.
Alright. Am I up?
Yeah.
Okay. I will spend a wood and a stone. ruins, and that gains me a gold coin and a victory point.
I will spend a gold coin as a wood, and I will trash this house to build this place. Here you go, Kim.
I'll do what Jeb said, and
Oh, I'm so
I'll
screwed
spend
now.
a person and little tomato, and I'll get 2 victory points.
Huh. I will do 2 people for a faction card.
I will do a food to gain a victory point. Kim?
Well, I don't think there's anything left to do.
Probably not, right? You got things that spend a stone. You could do that.
I don't have a stone.
This counts as a stone.
Okay.
I don't know if you have other spin things. I didn't read them. Don't blame me. I'm sorry in advance.
She's gonna be mad if you come back and beat her.
Why?
What?
Why?
No, you always get mad when I come back and beat you.
Alright, add 1 person down here to gain 2 pieces of wood.
I will spend 2 people to draw a random card from the middle thing.
Can I do anything with an apple?
Make a deal. Oh, you don't have a faction card.
I guess I'm done. I'll pass.
Okay. I will
It's so late.
spend 1 piece of wood and trash this. And that's each time I raise again. Thingy.
A what?
A victory point.
The one?
No. It's just each time I do it.
Oh.
I haven't raised anything, I just played that card.
Alright, I will spend a stone and a house. Build that. And I am going to put a samurai and a shield on it.
You can't shield your faction cards.
I can?
No.
Alright, then I will not do that.
I will raise this card, which gives me a victory point and a gold coin. And since I raised 1, 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3.
I will spend a food on this. Put this under your wood one.
Okay, so you get the wood.
Yeah. And I get 2 victory points for making a deal.
Alright, 2 workers. For this.
I'll spend a wood.
Oh, wow!
No, a wood for this, and I get 2 people.
Oh, wow!
No!
Oh, wow!
No, that's awful.
That's awesome! Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
So I will raise this card I just got, which will give me 3 victory points because I raised it. 1, 2, 3. And draw 2 cards. I will take both of them from my faction deck.
I will spend 2 people to draw a card.
This is so good.
Here we go.
I will play that for 1 wood. And then I gain 2 because of it.
I will raise the card in my hand, and I get a person and a stone. Here we go.
You got cards left?
Nope, not in my hand. He got
So
freaking,
good.
what was it, Watchtower, and he was able to raise it for more cards. Ridiculous.
Coin and this. Do that.
Are you still
Which
done?
gives me a stone and a sword. The sword and stone.
I will spend 2 people to draw a card from the middle. Here we go.
2 people for a card in the middle.
2 people for a card in the middle.
raise, which gives me a person and a wood and 3 victory points.
Oh my gosh. Spend an apple to remove 1 victory point.
For a card.
2 for a card. What was that?
1 cost 1 again.
Oh.
So good.
I will go 2 for a card.
2 for a card.
2 for a wood. Here we go.
Oh, I probably misplayed. Crap. I think I misplayed. I don't know if you're going to be able to do stuff or not.
I am going to spend the wood and the stone to build this, which gives me 2 people.
I think it's all you now, dude. Let me see if there's anything I can spend a person, spend 2 people. I got no people, I can't get any either.
You
So
done?
it's all you.
Alright, I'll spend 2 people to get a card.
What do you have left?
3 apples, a shield, and a person.
Oh.
Which I don't think I can do anything with. So I will use the power of my gate, which has been silent this entire game.
What does it do?
At any time during my turn, I can place any number of my cards under the gate to get a victory point for each card. At the end of the game, I gain 2 victory points if there are 3 or more. So I'll
So you
spend
beat me.
4. It's not over yet.
Yeah, it is. We have the same amount of cards over there, so it's gonna be the.
So I'm there. I don't think I can do anything with apples or people.
Nope.
And
You have no more cards, you can't.
Yep, so I think I'm done.
You
So
want you have the same you have more, so.
well, let's actually count.
Well, I'm
first.
just saying they're all worth.
Alright, so everybody's done, so
Yeah,
it's
so
victory point time.
Yeah, the way you score victory points is you count.
Number of stars on your cards.
Yeah, so on these cards, there's
1.
stars. So this side is usually worth 1 point per card, and then over here is usually worth 2 points per card. So I have 2 stars here, so I'm going to move up 2 for that. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 2 is 24. It's 59. So I'm at 59. And then the gate gives me 2 more, so I'm at 61. So that's,
26.
Kim got 26. So 58.
Told you.
Ow! Oh, she's going to throw a chair at me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 28, right?
Yeah, 14 and 2 is 28.
So 56.
Yep.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
Oh, this is so crappy!
I finally win something.
All I had to do if I would have raised one of your buildings.
Well, I was surprised you didn't steal my resource when you had people.
I looked over too late. You didn't.
Yeah, I know. When you looked over, I was
You
like,
didn't
he's
have
out of
anything.
people.
I didn't have.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have any stone or wood, and I was like, I need an apple for nothing.
Oh, wow. So
It was a 1 point game, people.
Jeb is at 61, Kim is at 58, and Mickey's at 57. Oh, boy.
You're at what? Oh, you went to 61?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was right behind you.
You're right behind Kim. All right, so we will do our little review after this. So that should be happening right now. All right, welcome back, everyone.
So you got to see us play Imperial Settlers with.
I won.
We need to really talk about that. Probably not. Just gonna say that I'm pretty sure I misplayed, but.
Oh, he did horribly, and I'm so happy he did because that let me win. And
First of all, don't ever revenge play like I did. And second of all, I really should have been raising at the end because every time I raised, I could have got 3 victory points, and I was trying to build buildings, and I should have balanced that out a little bit better. Not that you people care, but I'm just going to say that I hate when Jeb wins.
I love it when I win. So,
Alright.
Imperial Settlers. If you watched through the whole gameplay, I think you saw that we really enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. There's parts where it gets heated. There's the whole revenge playing that Mickey did. I think we all get caught up into the game, and it's really fun. It's one game that I would have never heard about if Mickey had not told me about it, and I played his copy, so this is his copy.
Yeah, when it came out, I forget if it was, I think it was Gen Con a year and a half ago. Not this previous one, but the one before, I think. Anyways, it got a lot of hype. The art kind of got me too. I like the whimsical art. And the gameplay, I'll toss it out there again. And maybe he's starting to switch his mind. But in general, Jeb doesn't usually, he doesn't gravitate towards worker placement games. He will play them, and actually a lot of the ones that we actually do play, he really enjoys. He doesn't go out of his way to play them. But if I bring one over or somebody else has it, and it's a theme that he likes, then he usually, he usually likes it.
He sold me on the Japanese. He was like,
right.
Jeb, I've got this game. I want to play it. And I was like, worker production, whatever. And he was like, it has a Japanese faction.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sold.
That and the fact that it isn't straight worker placement in terms of, since it does have the cards, it's a nice matchup between card management and worker placement and, a couple different mechanics that give it a unique little twist, as you probably saw throughout the gameplay. And again, if you couldn't tell, we both enjoy the game. We've played a handful of times now, and I'm sure it'll hit the table again, especially when, as I said before, the Atlanteans come. I'm really looking forward to that because, the whole Atlantis thing is just kind of right up my aisle. So.
And this was Kim's second play of the game, and the first game, it looked like she hated it, but she played this one, and she had a feel for it, so she was able to do a lot better.
Right.
In fact, she was like destroying us for what?
Well, you could actually tell she was starting to like it halfway through probably earlier than halfway through of her first game.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, Jeb, that be patient with the game when you first start it, because everything's going to seem kind of easy and maybe not that exciting until you actually play it through. You're probably going to need at least 2 playthroughs to be like, aha. You'll get the mechanics quick, probably, but you won't really see, you won't have that aha moment until a little bit later. And especially when you first start that first round.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't played before, unless you're just really quick, which I'm sure some of you guys are, but you'll make mistakes and then you'll go, I can't do anything. And that's just because you haven't played the game before. So don't give up after one play, and especially the first round can really hurt if you aren't able to get a couple combinations going.
Yeah, if you compare your first round of your first game of this to the second game that you play, you can see how much you've learned in between those two, because the first round, usually people only do, maybe 3 or 4 things,
right.
And they're like, oh, I ran out of stuff. You play the game a second time, you're maximizing everything.
Right,
You're
exactly.
making sure nothing is left on the board.
Like, you probably should have raised this card instead of build it, because if you would have raised this card over here, you would have the equipment to be able to build 2 other cards. But now, you don't have anything. And if the card you build was an action or a feature, now you're not even producing anything. So, a couple tips. The production and the deals are probably one of the most important things in terms of beginning turns. Not usually the features. The actions can be, depending on what the action lets you do, because sometimes they will give you something as a one-time action.
And one of the first things I did was, I was like, oh, the deal thing produces whatever that is. So I was like, I saw victory points on it. So I was like, I'm going to start dealing victory points. This was in my first game. I was like, I thought that would be like one of the best ways to like get a quick lead in the game. I wasn't too smart, and I didn't realize there were only like 3 or 4 rounds left when I built that. So I netted like 3 victory points, and I was like, this was a total waste. So there's lots of things you can do in this game.
Yeah, that's another good point with the rounds too. When I first opened the box and I was like 5 rounds, this thing's going to be done in 20 seconds. And as you can see, it's not done in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
By the time you're at, halfway through, the second round, everything's really starting to click. People's turns are taking longer because they have so many options and so many things they can do, and you're going around the table multiple times instead of just maybe 3. So it's a solid 45 to 90 minute game, and add on a little bit with new players because they're going to take a considerable amount of time to think about their turns. They're not going to know what they're going to want to do right away.
And round 5 is always going to be people grasping at straws. They will fight for whatever resources are left to spend.
Because you can at that point in time, you can pretty much see who's going to win. So you need to pull some shenanigans, either eliminate their victory points or gain yours, or hope for the best.
Do what you can.
Do what you can, exactly. One other thing I'd like to mention is over here. If you can see those, this is another deck within the box. We didn't mention it at the beginning because, actually, to be totally honest, neither Jeb or I have done it yet. But there is a single-player version of this game that you use a special deck to dummy player. I got to be honest, I don't actually know, and I don't know how well it plays. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it is a single-player game also. Perhaps at some point I'll sit down and run through a round, and then during another one of our episodes I'll mention it real quick and see what I think about it.
Yep. Other than that, I like the game. I would definitely recommend it. Really good theme. The variety of factions can pull people in. If they're like me, where they like a certain themes. If somebody likes Egyptians, bam, there's an Egyptian group.
Yep.
It covers so many things. You can easily pull people into this game, and the mechanics are not so difficult that they're going to be hitting their head against the table.
And they all play different too. So once you're good at something, you can be like, okay, Jeb, no more Japanese. We're going random this game. If he gets them, great. If he doesn't, then lots of things you can do after that. I've gotten pretty good with the barbarians. I've played those like 3 times now. My daughter's played the Romans, and she usually has a gigantic empire by the end, and she's only played it like twice. So you can get used to your factions too. So you can also mix it up and say, okay, I'm going to play something different today, or you can go random and make people play random, however you want to do it. But again, like Jeb said, both of us, I think the game kind of lives up to its hype so far. I don't see there not being any replayability.
No, you can play this
especially if you have a game group and you're watching somebody do the same thing. There are definitely ways that you can stop them from doing that. Now, is it the best idea, or you need to balance out if it's gonna hurt you, as much as it's gonna hinder them.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of options in the game while you're playing. Just tons of things to do.
Yep. So I think that covers it for the game. I enjoy it. I recommend it. I feel you do the same as well, right?
I do.
So other than that, before we go, we want to do the reminding of the fan pick. So far, no votes. Except mine, Monopoly.
Make a comment, people. Comment something.
Yeah.
Tell us we're stupid. I don't care.
We haven't seen any comments on these videos, so we'd like to know what we're doing good, bad, wrong, right.
Maybe you've already played the game, but you
might not
still thumbs up it if we did a decent job. Anyway, so Jeb, go ahead and let them know what we're doing next.
So this was episode 3. We've done episode 4 already. We were going to debate on depending on how long this took, but we were able to get to this. So episode 4 is going to be Star Realms, and that's a little game. You'll see how little when we put it up.
Yep, and it will be on time because we've already got that recorded.
Yep, and other than that, I think that's about it. Fan pick. Let us know what you want us to play.
Well, after Star Realms is dead of winter.
Yeah.
You didn't say
they haven't known that yet because they haven't seen episode 4.
Oh.
So he just spoiled it.
Erase it. Actually, I think we read down the list one time, didn't we? Or did you?
I cut all that. But
okay, don't listen to me.
Yeah. So, all right. So look forward to Star Realms. After that is a game. I won't say it again because I might cut it out. But we'll put that
Fan
one.
pick. Vote for something. We don't care what
fan
it
pick
is.
is coming soon. So if you don't do it at the end of
What if they
Star
pick
Wars,
cards against humanity?
don't give them ideas.
We won't play it.
Yeah, I know. That is, okay. So I think what we'll do is at the end of the 5th episode, which we haven't revealed, we are going to draw from a hat the ideas that people put in for votes, and that will be the fan pick episode. So,
And if we don't get any, we already have some ideas of what we're going to randomly pick to do for you. So there will be something.
Yep, there will be a game. So thank you for watching.
Yeah, until next time.
Bye.
Boards and booze, booze and boards with Mickey and Jeb.